sticker in the front. So be careful, because sometimes there's more than one sticker, and even this one doesn't have a price on it. I don't know if the buyer who buys this book wants a giant Google sticker covering up the side or the front. These price tags have been on her, the harder they are to remove. I'm just trying to be careful too, because if I scrape too hard, I'm going to actually put permanent indents into the cover of this book. I don't want to do that. A lot of the books that we deal with are pretty rare, hard to find books. And that's why our customers are willing to pay above MSRP for our books, above what the original retail value was for them, because they're out of print and they can't be found anywhere. So, we're providing a valuable service for our customers, and we just want to make sure that we're happy with the end result. Up here, drop the sticky residues off. Rub my fingers over just to feel if I can feel any of the roughness of the residue left behind. I know I need to keep working on it. So I'm gonna say it's a borderline like new, but definitely very good. So we'll go very good. Okay, so as I was flipping through, I saw some underlining in here. And now that I caught my eye, I'm curious to see how much. And so far, probably about 20 pages. So it looks like underlining almost throughout. So we're gonna, even though this book at first glance looks very good, I'm gonna downgrade this to good because of all the highlighting. I mean, it's pretty neat. They're not obscuring the text at all. Just a little red under here and then some pencil over here, but definitely good. Just be mindful of your paper towel here. Eventually, it will kind of have like a light coating of stickiness. So you need to switch it out. So we're almost getting to that point, but we're still fine. Okay, so this looks like it's in very good condition. I don't see any notes. So I'm gonna say like new. Nearly new. You could almost find this on a shelf at Barnes & Noble and be happy with its condition. As I'm in the book business, when I go to Barnes & Noble now, I see books that I would not list as new sitting on the shelves. They'll definitely be like new. Some even very good, just because people at the store have been picking them up and looking at them, or possibly even brought them home and returned them later. You can see some obvious signs of wear. But Amazon customers are a little different. They're assuming the condition guidelines mean something, whether it means that thing in their mind or not, and they want us to deliver. Just got to be mindful of that. I know other booksellers that will polybag or shrink wrap. Polybag is like a clear plastic bag, or shrink wrap their books, all of them. And if that's something that you want to do, that's totally fine. I just feel like it's an unnecessary step, especially because we're trying to work efficiently, and adding extra time to shrink wrap or to polybag doesn't seem like a good use of time for the books that we're sourcing, at least. Okay. This book also looks like it's in very good condition. I'd say new almost, probably like Barnes & Noble shelf new, but we're going to go like new because we like to shock and amaze our customers. This is the final one. I picked this one because Actually, I already have some wear, but it has a very soft cover, so I'm going to be a little more careful with this one. So I'm being a little gentler with how I handle. And actually, the label is coming off pretty nicely, so we're lucky here. But I'm not as being as aggressive with that label because I know that this cover is very soft. And actually, there's not much of a sticky residue, but we're going to still use a little rubbing alcohol here. Not too much. I'm feeling it. I don't want to be too wet. Because it could. There are some covers where if you're too aggressive, it'll actually take off the color of the cover. Oh, that'd be horrible. So I'm constantly looking. It's gonna be wet, which is fine. It'll dry. But I'm constantly looking because if I pull back and I see blue on this at all, then I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna try something else. That's good. I mean, otherwise, if you still can't get the sticky residue off without like destroying the cover, you could get one of the blank address labels from one of your sheets and put it over, and then obviously downgrade the condition to accommodate that. The cover has a little water damage. The pages are pretty nice, although I did see some highlighting in here. So I would say this is good, borderline acceptable. We're just going to go good. If it had more highlighting, I'd go acceptable. But I think this is in good condition. Okay, so I'm going to go through the rest of these books, get all the labels off, get them prepped and ready to be listed, which is the next step. So, yeah, once we have all these done, then we can open up a program on the computer. We can get them listed, and then we take the next step, which is to box and ship them off to Amazon.